Before we get to this video, make sure you hit like, share my videos, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also, make sure that your notifications are on and they're set to all. Now, let's get into this. But first, quick commercial break. 2022 has shown us what might be coming. So if you're fed up with everything being so expensive and the threat of inflation hanging over us, it's time to take action. A precious metal IRA uses tax advantage gold and silver to keep inflation at bay and give you protection from financial nightmares. And you'll get a stunning free 3-ounce silver American Virtue coin when you open a qualified IRA account this month. You know what I always say, you can't go wrong with Noble Gold. Call 877-646-5347 to find out more, or visit noblegoldinvestments.com. And remember, there's always a risk of loss, and past performance is not indicative of future results. What's going on, America? Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make some sense out of nonsense. And I ran across a very disturbing story that actually I think took place a couple weeks ago, but I just didn't cover it. However, found out some more details, and I think I might want to just talk about this for a second because it has an element to it that is relevant to what's going on right about now during our very sensitive, volatile, yet disturbing society that have brought up a topic that there's some controversy concerning. And this particular story might shed some light on that. I think we might have to get into this one, so buckle up. But I want to make a disclaimer real quick. This story is not to hate on anyone. It is to reveal some of the details about a horrific incident that took place. Okay, I do not hate anyone, and we are simply discussing the details. Okay, now let's get into this. So I'm not sure if you heard about it, but a young black lady went down to Mexico on a trip with some friends, and it resulted in her death. And apparently the death was caused by one of her friends. You know, without all the details, because there's still some things pending, it appears that one of the people that she went there with beat her to death. There is some video footage out there online. However, I cannot show it on the show because it's very disturbing, but there's an element to why it's disturbing to me. See, but first things first, let's check out the news clip and see what they have come up with so far. And of course, there's many videos out there with more details and more current details, but I'm just going to give you the simple gist of it based on this news clip right here.
This morning, a potential legal limbo as Mexican prosecutors seek to extradite an acquaintance of Shanquella Robinson, the North Carolina woman found dead while vacationing in Mexico. Authorities are not currently naming her, but say she is a direct aggressor against the 25-year-old after a video online, too violent to show, reveals Robinson assaulted in her hotel room. Mexican authorities issuing an arrest warrant for that acquaintance, now back in America, for the crime of femicide, the act of killing a woman based on her gender.
Now, wait a minute. Right off grip, I'm a little concerned. What the heck is femicide? Killing a woman based on her gender? Well, now, I did see the picture of that very big-looking woman who allegedly attacked the other lady and resulted in her death. She did look pretty big. Maybe she's a little upset because the other lady was more feminine, more petite, or something like that. Because I don't understand how you could be jealous of a woman if you're a woman based on her gender. I mean, you would have the same gender, so why would this other woman be jealous of her to the point where she would feel the need to assault her or something like this? It got to be more to it. And this femicide definition or term is new. You know, we used to just call things murder or act of violence, hate, maybe crime of passion, but now we done come up with a new definition. But it just don't seem like this would apply to other women, because why would other women get jealous of women? I don't get that. So maybe there's more to that as we dive into it.
On the one hand, the U.S. government is going to take this seriously. And on the other hand, it's not obligated to turn her over.
On October 29th, local police reports state that a Baja Resort town guest told medical staff around 2 in the afternoon that Robinson had drunk a lot of alcohol. A doctor determining she was stable but dehydrated, adding Robinson's acquaintances refused to send her to the hospital. The police report stating the Charlotte native went into cardiac arrest, declared dead by 6 p.m.
Wow.
But an autopsy differing from that report, stating medical officials arrived before 3 p.m., quickly declaring Robinson dead from severe spinal cord injury and a dislocated neck. Robinson's family wants answers.
I'm just waiting on that day when someone can be arrested. That's all I'm waiting on.
So as for those contradictions, Dan Abrams says sometimes that can happen when you have different officials looking into the same case, but it can be problematic for prosecutors. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
So now, there's a whole bunch of rumors and some are facts surrounding the whole thing. It sounds like this young lady, along with a group of friends, went down to Mexico. It resulted in a altercation that took place by the other person in the picture. There is some footage out there that has what appears to be a man that's talking out of his nostrils, recording the whole video. You know how social media is, and sometimes people are dumb and they record their own crimes, thinking that, oh, I'm about to, have a viral moment, because surely this couldn't result in someone being killed. Surely I'm not recording a murder. However, you heard the person on the video saying that, you should fight back. And the young lady who was being attacked, she replied, no. At that point, the video that I saw, the other large woman was punching her as she was down on the ground and decided to kick her in the face. Then there's also some other information out there. I'm sure you'll get it from all kind of people, but there's things out there. People who've done some commentary said that there was another lady, because it was a group of them, that came in and tried to stop it. I don't know at what point. And I don't know if that short clip that I saw was the only part showing the violent attack, or did it, continue or what. But whatever happened led to this woman's death. And whoever came in and, did the checkup on her, apparently, I don't know why he didn't rush her to the emergency at that point, because from what I understand, she immediately started going into convulsions. And at that point, I think the people around her realized that, this is a little more serious than we thought. Therefore, they ended up lying and said that she drank too much, only to find out that she didn't drink too much. She was beaten to death and her neck was broken. Now, one thing that I found to be very interesting after I did a little more research is that big person that was in the picture was not a woman. He was or is a man. That could explain femicide. So I don't know if that was really why this person decided to attack her. Could have been over pretty much anything. And it's interesting that the media would say it's because of potentially that. But regardless of the motive, the fact that you have a physical man attacking a woman, a very small woman who apparently was sleeping and awakened by this person wanting to fight her for some reason. Now in the video, you see him punching. And as she drops to the floor, appearing to be very dazed, one final kick to the face seemed to jar her head back this way. And it's very disturbing to watch. But it became even more disturbing to me after I read this. This article right here, it says, the FBI investigation didn't occur until after a video of the incident appeared on social media. In the video, you can see a naked Shanquella refusing to fight back from a woman attacking her. The person taping the incident kept saying, Shanquella, fight back. And you heard her saying no. According to Metropolimix, the viral video shows Shanquella is allegedly attacked by Dejanay Jackson, a transgender. The alleged attack is filmed by his friend. Notice they said his friend, Kayla Cook. Both Jackson and Cook, with their companions, left Mexico without being arrested by the Los Cabos Municipal Police. So basically, they were able to do this in Mexico and then leave Mexico and come back to the U.S., which puts this in a very awkward position because the U.S. cannot press charges against these people because it took place on foreign land. However, they can't expedite these people back to Mexico if they choose so. But it doesn't mean that they're actually going to do it. It has to come down to, whomever in the United States who has the authority to expedite them back to Mexico, which then they can be held accountable. Now, here we have this lady down there with so-called friends. And some of those friends were males that feel that they're women. There's a lot of controversy out there now just talking about there's no differences between men and women and all of those things. Some people are even questioning that people who might think that they are a different gender is not suffering from some body dysmorphia, They're simply suffering from being trapped in another person's body. I beg to differ. My opinion on that is, if you can't recognize something that is a natural fact of biology, if you can't look at yourself and say, hey, I recognize that I am a man or a woman, I happen to just not want to be a man or a woman, therefore I'm going to choose to live my life as the opposite sex, versus I am the opposite sex. One is what I think is delusion. The other is I'm simply recognizing the truth and accepting my own choices. It is not me saying that I hate any of these people. I just have a different opinion. My thing is just make choices and live with those choices, but don't outsource the choice to something else. Meaning this, if I think that I want to fly like a bird, I have to recognize gravity says no. I have to recognize that I'm not really a bird. I can tell you that, hey, I knew I wasn't a bird, but I figured, hey, I'm going to get up there on that roof and jump and flap my arms as hard as I can, and whatever happens, happens. Versus me saying that I am a bird and I'm going up there and I'm going to jump off and fly. At that point, you'd have to question my mental state. If I am able to make that assumption about myself, then you have to also ask, how mentally stable am I across the board? Someone that might not be mentally stable might look at someone of what they want to be, a gender which they want to be, and decide, you know what, I'm so upset because I'm not able to embrace the reality that I'm not that, and, act out impulsively. Now, I'm not saying that that is why this person did that. But then the flip side to that is that when people try to say there is no difference between men and women, the way that this man was beating this young lady, I don't care if that man thought he is a girl. He was hitting her like a man. I know that if another female was attacking her, she would have had a better shot at fighting back and surviving. But a kick to the face from a man is totally different from a kick to the face from a female. If another female would have beat her exactly the same way, the impact, the blows, the force, all would have been different than a man. So now my question is, the people who embrace this stuff and encourage this stuff, these beliefs, how are they going to look at this? Are they going to say, you know what, these were two women just battling it out? Or are they going to recognize the fact that this physically biological man just beat a woman to death? We're the feminists. Where are all the Me Too people? See, I don't want to hear nothing from people talking about y'all shouldn't, talk about transgender and they're, might not recognize and this and that, and they're just women. I don't want to hear that. I want to see if the feminists are going to come out and defend this young lady who really suffered from domestic violence attack from a grown man, not another woman. I think the results would have been different if it was a woman. Now, my hope is that they expedite these people who sat back and watched this happen, pretending to be her friend. You're not someone's friend if you sit back and you let that happen to them. So I want to see what's going to happen with this. We're going to all wait, and I will report back soon as we get more details. All right? Now, the plot thickens. God bless y'all. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner. Take care. God bless y'all. God bless America. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share my videos. Find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good things. And please check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like their products, please click on the link below this video. Put Kevin in a promo code. You'll get a 20% discount. If you'd like to donate to Kevin's Corner, feel free. The links are below this video. If you want to be a part of my $2 a month club, also feel free to do that. All it entails is you simply dropping $2 a month into one of those links below the video. Or if you want, you can drop a nice big fat lump sum in there to offset the stuff that we know goes on with big tech. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Make sure that you are still subscribed. And finally, set your notification button to all, because YouTube is playing games, y'all. Now, God bless you. God bless America. See y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.